rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. Killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Down. 18 Gator. Let's go. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready up. 58, come on. 5. 58, right over there. Get it.
Out of a gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Red, 50, 70, and 54. Come on. Check 26, check 26. What? 27.
On first down, Jefferson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fakes and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I got you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Check safety, check safety. Shit. Watch safety green, watch safety.
H3, 2, 18, chopper. Ready.
On first down, Love. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down, Love. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Topper! Hey, Echo!
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ready, set.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
SOS. Blue draw Corkers.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's complete to Adams. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They run the counter. Dickerson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Marshawn Lattimore, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, let's get this, get this. 36, 36,
On 1st down, Jefferson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Check right 54, right 54. Oh, you get 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Wall, get wall. Seam 6. 54.
On 3rd and 2, Love. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it.
Operating from the gun. Love. Past the 20. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
26 yards. And the Saints' 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Move. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
28, Mike. He's coming. Check it.
Second and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On the double.
50 seconds to Mike. Oh, yeah.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Big snap.
They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Mike, 54. I'm coming for you, Mike. Ready.
From the gun, Love. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go. 15, 9, 59. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ricky.
They'll Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now a give right side. Jefferson, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
You can't block me. Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
An opening there on that first down run as he gets his forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down.
Okay, ready?
Mike, 28. Double dog, double dog. That's the
Delta.
Back to throw here. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Exit. 57, come on. 57, come on. Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And again this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On the stop, Breeland speaks.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, get up. Let's get in there. Let's get up. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this one complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
Don't get nervous. Switch, switch, switch. Kill, kill, kill.
Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
back to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Dickerson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
61. Matchbox. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on route.
Back to throw. Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The defense did their job, 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Go. 10-2 stop. Hey, lock it.
You ain't got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go. Check 3. Check 3. Check 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready, set.
58, Mike. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
Speed driven. He's driven.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action.
a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my